I've been in the financial publishing industry for almost 20 years. During that span, I've won a number of awards for portfolio performance, top trades of the year, and have set records for largest gains in my company's history. And today, we're going to revisit one of these record setting trades for my favorite time of the year. Hi, I'm Matthew Carr, Chief Trend Strategist at the Oxford Club. Thanks for watching this episode of Market Trends. If you're new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on my best trading ideas, which I share here each and every week. So nearly a decade ago, I started the pod by introducing investors to what I call beer drinking season in the United States. Now, there were some initial snickers, I'll admit, but the results spoke for themselves. So you see, Memorial Day weekend is when Americans really start breaking out their summer grilling equipment. Even I tossed a few hot dogs and steaks on the grill Memorial Day weekend and every weekend since then, despite the scorching heat. Few things go better with sitting outside, enjoying the warm weather most of the time. Of course, it's been extremely hot lately, and the company of friends than a nice cold one. And here's the deal. When we look at the holidays during which Americans consume the most drinks, Memorial Day weekend is right there in the mix. That's why it's the start of my beer drinking season. Now, looking at this calendar, the next holidays on this list of big alcohol consuming days are the 4th of July, which is this weekend. Labor Day, Halloween, Thanksgiving. We then have the winter holidays, New Year's Eve, and the Super Bowl. These are all some of the top beer drinking days of the year as well. This is a period of time where it's very profitable to be a brewer as well as in the alcohol business. But I want to stress that not all are equal in this regard. Now, as for my note on Independence Day, which is coming up, a lot of investors might want to play beer drinking season or capture some of this upswing from the 4th of July by going after Anheuser-Busch InBev, the ticker symbol BUD. Of course, this is the largest brewer, plus Bud Light, Michelob, and Corona are 4 of the top 6 selling beers in the country. In fact, Bud Light is number 1. Anheuser-Busch has also released patriotic cans for the 4th of July. But its fastest growing segments are hard seltzers and lemonades, which is pretty much true across the industry. And Bud Light Seltzer is number 3 in this category. My caveat with Anheuser, though, is that the majority of its revenue comes from outside of the United States. I always considered it a play on the international market, not the American one. For instance, in the first quarter, North America accounted for $3.75 billion of Anheuser's total $12.29 billion in revenue. So what this means is the impact of beer drinking season is diluted. It's not a strong one. That's why I always favor a company like Boston Beer, ticker symbol SAM, as a play on the American market as well as on beer drinking season here in the United States. Very little revenue comes from overseas for this company. Now, it has hard seltzer exposure with Truly. So the hard seltzer market, White Claw is far and away the most dominant player in the category. But Truly is securely in the number 2 spot. Also, when we look at Boston Beer's revenue over the next 2 quarters, we see the direct impact of beer drinking, or if you want to say hard seltzer drinking season in the United States, right? Sales will grow more than 40% over the next 2 quarters, which is the second and third quarter. And we can see each and every year, the second and third quarters are its best of the year. We also have a tendency to see shares jump during this stretch. Even better, earnings for 2021 are expected to be $25.40 per share. Once again, $25.40 per share. I know what you're going to say. Shares are over $1,000. 100% that is true. But they've pulled back pretty steeply from that all-time high of $1,349, which was set in April. What's more important here is this pullback from those highs in April is very typical of what we see in Boston Beer shares. Now, here's the deal for trading beer drinking season and with Boston Beer. Since 2009, Boston Beer shares are averaging a one-day pop of 5.83% on second quarter earnings, which are reported a little bit later in July. And they're averaging a 4.32% one-day pop on third quarter results, which were reported in October during that same stretch. This is why I think shares close back in on $1,300 by August. So for me, the September $1,070 calls are looking very attractive. Add to all of that sort of analysis is that the price target for Boston Beer shares is currently $1,800. So for me, with beer drinking season in the US starting to explode this weekend, I think Boston Beer shares and those September $1,070 calls truly look like an opportunity for profit. Well, I'm Matthew Carr, Chief Trend Strategist at the Oxford Club. Thank you for watching this episode of Market Trends. For more information like this, be sure to go down to the description and sign up for my free e-letter. Until next time, happy Independence Day, and here's to high returns.